Hold on. Oh, okay. Right, it won't let me go live on Twitter. But I'm live elsewhere. LinkedIn, Facebook. You like that? It's the gong. The team aren't in today. But that is the reset. This is the start of the next phase. Planning, thinking about 2025. Good to see you, AJ. If you've got a question, just come up. You can raise your hand and I can bring you up into the main stage, I believe. So we are just going live across multiple channels. This is quite cool. I've got a live sales confidence audio and a live. Oh, amazing. And then we're live here as well. This is very cool. So it gets a little more fun when you ask questions. Vitaly, don't be shy. See if you can come up live and ask any questions. Let's get this moving. So I was speaking to our writer today and really excited that we're putting together all the business opportunities and business plans. And that makes it a lot of fun. We are pulling in people from LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, I think is live as well. Feel free to hit me with a question in the comments. Otherwise, I'm just rambling on. We've had a great week with Sales Confidence 2.0. A number of people have made offers. I guess what I'm learning, not unusual, is it really? But those that put in the extra effort, go the extra mile, put in the work, focus, learn, develop, are the ones that get the furthest with our clients. And that's kind of what our clients are looking for. They're looking for us to find, those top performers and support them. So that's what we try and do. And I find that despite us giving people all the tools, and despite people getting everything that they need in preparation, they still don't do it. Why is that? What is that limiting belief in people's minds that holds them? Oh yes, are we still able to sign up? Aldo, should be able to see me. Hi, Ruben. Oh my God, that's a blast from the past. Let me see. Can you see this, Aldo? And can you hear this? Yeah. We are live across Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and yeah. Do you know what I'm going to try? I'm going to see what happens if we go. If we can go live on one of our WhatsApp channels as well. Abe, how's it going?
How's it going? I'm doing all right. How about you?
I'm all right. Have you ever seen this group chat functionality?
I've never seen this. I just saw this and I thought it's group chat. It's different from a group call, isn't it?
Yeah, well, because I think we're in the conversation, and only if people opt into it can they come along. Anyway, how are you getting on with your search?
So basically, I've got this assessment Friday, the round 1, and they will give us the round 2 next week. And I'm also doing some interviews with some other companies as well.
Fantastic. Glad. What's working for you and what's not working for you right now?
I think what's working for me is expressing strong interest in sales. Like when I would literally tell the hiring managers that I'm passionate about sales, I absolutely like doing sales. I think that itself kind of sets the tone, and kind of, I try to highlight some of these qualities like this resilience, tenacity, and all of that, as much as experience and skills. And it's hard because I think it's that quiet confidence when you're in the interview, having some control in the conversation. Basically, kind of treating that interview itself as a conversation, as a typical sales conversation, but not pushing too far. That's kind of what's working for me.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I've been quite impressed by how you've come and performed on the assessment so far. Where do you do your research? Where do you kind of learn and gain additional knowledge to improve your skills?
So I follow a lot of people in LinkedIn. I think I do follow you. I follow a lot of influencers. I've learned a lot from just by seeing all these posts and watching some of these videos in LinkedIn. And actually I kind of practice the conversations and the way I would introduce myself. All this myself when I'm alone. It's when I'm doing nothing inside my room, walking around, just simply practicing this again and again. English is my second language, so obviously I have to do some of this background work to kind of come up with that crisp style of introducing myself and all of that.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I mean, look, positive practice makes perfect. And interestingly, I mean, a lot of native English speakers here in the UK struggle to articulate themselves clearly and effectively. So you've clearly worked on it, and I think it's definitely going to help, during the journey, during the interview process. Hey, AJ.
Hi, James.
How are you getting on?
Oh, I'm getting good.
We're just having Abe's just sharing some of the things he's been doing to learn and improve for his interviews that he's been working on. How are you getting on?
Oh, I've been getting good. I was actually listening to the live on LinkedIn, but I couldn't interact, or I just lost my connection, so I thought I'd join from WhatsApp again.
Interestingly, what was the audio quality like?
So the audio quality is really good, but I think there was only option to either raise hand or react, but there was no other option to post any questions, or it was not very interactive. So from the live, what I could see is we could only see you talking. So yeah.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, because I'm streaming across lots of different channels, so I'm just trying to figure out, how it all connects and works. So yeah, and it's interesting where people prefer to kind of experience things. I think this WhatsApp's pretty cool. So what have you got on for the rest of the week?
Oh, I haven't got any much interviews for this week, but one thing I would say with the interviews that I've been having with sales conference, the group assessment is I could see myself improving every single interview or every single session. So that is one good thing I picked up, and also listening to others giving their introduction or their wide sales answer. It makes me more to, or even re-evaluate and not try replicating it, but okay, this is something I could have said or something I need to improve on. That is also very good. So yeah, I'm still working on and need to work on the courses, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I think that's why we love doing them in that way. There can be a lot of pressure, when you're obviously up against other people, but sometimes you don't know what you don't know until you see other people. And there's nothing wrong with modeling. There's nothing really that new in this world. Everything is learnable. And so, yeah, I think this is why we do it in that way, to accelerate people's learnings. And then, of course, as you work through the content on Circle, we're actually designing some certificates. So once you complete each course, you'll get a certificate. You can put that, in your CV that you've completed the course with Sales Confidence. You can also post it on social media, and that will help with visibility. Really, anything you can do right now to build visibility that you're in the market looking for opportunities, I think is only going to help, really.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, thank you, James.
No worries. So, Abe, what have you got on this afternoon?
I actually got an interview at 2:00 with this company called Accounts IQ. It's basically an SDR job. I'm going to talk with the hiring manager, and I took the day off, so nothing else, just that interview.
Okay, well, best of luck with it, and keep us posted on how things progress. Or also, AJ, any questions or anything, or any thoughts or advice, or anything else that you think could be useful right now?
I think I had one question I wanted to ask you, James. My question would be this. So I could, I've understood, the cold call pitch needs to be as interactive and everything. So I'm trying to work on those ones. But one thing I could see myself struggling as well as on the introduction and white sales part. And is there any tip or something that you could give us that I could practice every day, or not every day, but something I could work on, how I could go about it?
Yeah. So I think I've said it quite a few times when people are introducing themselves in the elevator pitch or introducing themselves in that 1 minute intro. I think this generally comes in all walks of life. When you walk into a room of strangers, a networking event, friends, new company, party, whatever, you've got to excite people with a story. Everyone has a job title, or everyone has a university degree completion course, or a school they went to, or a country they're from. But what's your story? What is inspiring when someone hears it? They go, "Oh, that's interesting. I want to learn more about that." So, how can you write a story that in a minute intrigues people? So, for example, it depends on the setting, but I could use one of my stories, and this is very extreme, but just to give you an example, I've spent over 200 nights in mental health hospitals because I'm diagnosed with bipolar. Well, that immediately gets people's ears up. Well, okay, why? How? Wow, that's interesting. Tell me more. Or I could say I spent while I was at LinkedIn, I was the #1 social seller on LinkedIn. So I'm name dropping that I was at LinkedIn. I'm name dropping that I'm the #1 at something, but it intrigues and asks questions. So you might have a sales story, or someone you've closed, or a negotiation story, or an interaction that you've had, or something that's happened, and you want to be in a position to inspire and excite them with that insight in that story. And it is really that story piece. So I think practice. The good way to do it is record voice notes and then play back the voice notes yourself. Record a voice note, send it to your friends, send it to your family, and see if it changes throughout the day and the week. And I guarantee, if you were to record yourself every single day, just doing that 1 minute introduction, telling that story in different ways, it will dramatically improve. And by practicing and by improving, you'll find yourself in a much more confident position, and you'll just be a much more attractive individual to an employer, to anyone really. So there's a few tips that you could try.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much, James. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, have a good day. Good talking to you. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, you too, James. Bye-bye. I'm gonna drop off here.
Okay, bye. Right, we're live on WhatsApp, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Not TikTok today. I'm not going there, but it's good to see this back in action. How about you back?
I had to forget my call and I had to take it.
Oh yeah, no worries. Well, look, I mean, feel free to do what you need. When on WhatsApp did it come? Did a notification come up on your phone when I went live?
Yes, I think I got this notification. I don't exactly remember how it came as. It's showing voice chat. And I immediately realized it is that live that we were planning to do, but it didn't come as a group call. It just came as, maybe some people didn't get the notification. I'm not sure, but I did get a notification. I did get like a notification from you.
Interesting. Yeah, it's just so it's interesting. 41 members not displayed because they aren't in your contacts. So I think I have to save people's numbers. Maybe, I don't know.
Could you check if this you can see this bubble voice chat right in the chat. Could you check if people have seen this?
Yeah, interesting. No, I can just see if they got notified, but not if they viewed it.
Okay.
So there you go. Anyway, we're learning something new, and it's pretty powerful stuff. Hello, Kane. How's it going from Dubai? I'm just testing out the live streaming technology to see if we can start driving more interest in everything we're working on. This is just a general Q&A today. Pretty powerful. I mean, I've got this going live across LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram.
Yeah.
And we're on WhatsApp, which is pretty cool. What channels do you usually mainly use, Abe?
So normally, I'm just using WhatsApp for personal purposes, and this is probably the first time, maybe I think the second time I'm using WhatsApp for job hunting as well, and to engage with professional network and all of that. But I actually think WhatsApp is much more handy, because you have your notifications on and you can always check it. You don't have to log into a computer or anything. Normally
Yeah, I'm finding personally I use WhatsApp in business. I think it's just a lot easier. I prefer it to Slack as well. Everyone loves Slack in the tech industry. But I generally prefer WhatsApp. I think it was a big corporate. Yeah, Slack makes more sense. And I think people don't like to be interrupted, of course, but wherever there's a learning opportunity, really, I think it's quite useful. I can see a bunch of people on the LinkedIn feed. Don't be shy. I actually might be able to bring you up, if you're really not shy, live on LinkedIn. I'm just going to drop a link here. If you click this, you can literally come live. And I can pick people to come up. Yeah, I'm loving it. I think what I like about it as well is people get a notification in their LinkedIn feed, which I think is really, really powerful.
Yeah.
And sometimes, content gets missed because it's quite competitive. Like the algorithm now for me definitely on LinkedIn has changed. So even though I've got more followers, more connections than I've ever had, it's not always possible to get the reach that I would like with a lot of this content. So I find when you go live, it almost breaks through the noise momentarily. But of course, if people are busy, then they're not going to stop by necessarily.
Yeah. I think, at this time, it's a weekday and it's 12 o'clock. Generally speaking, I think people are much more active during, this 4 to 6, 4 to 7, that time.
Yeah.
in the afternoon and evenings.
Yeah, I think you might be right. I think definitely this is the challenge. In some ways, I think you can. Like, I was at an event the other week, and they were talking about, you can do these type of live recordings. I can record this now, and then I can just play it later, but it can appear live. So you can almost have it on a cycle, right? Now, obviously, if someone comes into it, they can see it and it's live. But I think it's pretty good. And in terms of, like, most people are very uncomfortable going live because they're worried about what they might share or what they might say. But as I'm not fussed by that, that's manageable for me. Let's see. Did you just come into the LinkedIn audio channel as well?
Yes, I went into it, but then it would echo through the WhatsApp, so I stopped.
Okay, yeah. And even, like, the funny thing is, even when I look at YouTube now, it appears on the homepage. Maybe it's just appearing on the homepage for me. And I'm up against Selected House Vibes that have got 3.3 million views right now. Plus Hurricane Milton. Yeah, very interesting.
I have a question.
Oh yeah, you've gone a bit quiet, Abe.
Yeah. Am I audible properly now?
I don't know if it's my audio's changed. Let me. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead. What's the question?
Yeah. I was just. This is like a general question. Like, do you think that outbound has gotten tougher and more difficult in 2024 compared to the last couple of years?
I mean, look, outbound has been difficult for a long time. It's never been easy. 100%, it is much more difficult now. There's just more companies, more salespeople, with more automation, more tools. It's more noisy in everybody's inboxes. So if that's, Slack, WhatsApp, email, phone, everyone's just, being interrupted with notifications from all sorts of apps. And then you've got to try and cut through. You're a stranger. Nobody knows who you are. It's incredibly difficult to stand out. But then on the other side, a lot of people, not the people that we work with, but a lot of people still feel uncomfortable picking up the phone. And if you speak to a lot of executives, they don't really get that many phone calls. They might complain about the ones they do get, but generally you'll be surprised. They really don't get as many phone calls as you would expect. And so if you get someone, at the right time with the right offer, they will entertain you, and it's happening, every second of the day, every day of the week, practically. So yes, it's harder, but there's no shortage of opportunity and revenue being created as a result of going outbound.
Yeah. The reason I ask for this is because sometimes some hiring managers would ask me this question back to me. What are your thoughts on outbound at the moment? Do you think that it's difficult now? And I was just wondering what would be a good answer to that question.
Wow, I mean, you can just summarize what I've said. Ultimately, with the right offer at the right time to the right person, they will show interest. They will spend time on the call. I mean, look, I've, in one of my courses, in the 100K course, for example, I talk about, I'm going to see if I can share it on the screen, actually. 1 second. Oh, I can as well. Yeah. So, for example, here, for those that are watching on the live stream, I think you can only see this via LinkedIn, but I've got this course, 100K course, Tons of people have completed it. And one of the section is the power of the word no. And I think there's another section within there that talks about the 3 no's. And everyone's got this analogy actually, Liam Kilby's just come in and said, phone calls, in my opinion, are the best way to get in touch with people. You have their full attention. Too many are just mass sending emails with no personalization. Yeah, completely. You can't handle an objection over email. You can't sense someone's mood over an email. You can't sense their interest over an email. You just can't do that. So I think 100%, the power of the phone is not going anywhere. So yeah, it's yes, it's more difficult, but as I said, right time, right offer, you can get through, and that's what people should be focused on, really.
Thank you for that, James. It's a good answer. Because sometimes, I was a bit confused because what was the reason they were asking this question, and I think they just want to understand simply my thoughts, not necessarily test anything.
Yeah, well, this is it. They want to understand if you've reflected on and have a thought process around the industry that you're in, right? Like, at the end of the day, people still hire people. As much as AI is having an impact, it's going to be very sad if all we have is AI people employing AI people that sell to people that are AI bots. I mean, and I'm sure we get there at some point. But yeah, for now, businesses are built on people. Sales is made with salespeople. It's not really going anywhere. And I think the problem with LinkedIn, spending too much time on LinkedIn, you get convinced that there's a magic bullet other than putting in the graph, doing the work that is required to be successful. So yeah, I think just keep putting the practice and keep sharpening your skill set. So then when you get those awkward calls, it's not super difficult.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's a really nice way to put it.
There you go. Glad to be helpful. All right, let's see if where else we've got. Liam, if you want to come on, ask any questions, you can click the StreamYard link above. I quite like this. This voice chat is very cool. All right, another thing I went live with today is the James Ski event schedule for 2024-2025. So this is a bit different. Basically, sports and entertainment hospitality packages, the likes of the Grand Prix, Royal Ascot, Wimbledon, Monaco Grand Prix, Cheltenham, Goodwood, Wembley, Autumn Internationals, Twickenham, all sorts going on that we can connect people to. So that's pretty exciting, and looking forward to getting more people involved. If you do come live, even for a second, can you just DM me on LinkedIn? This is a general request. I just want to see how you got a notification. Did you see it in the feed? Did you see it over email? I'm just testing these channels out to see where we can get the most reach. Anyway, Paul. Okay. Thanks, Paul, for letting me know. That's pretty cool. Okay. I've got SaaStock next week, which is in Dublin. The team over there have done a fantastic job bringing that all together. Looking forward to the networking opportunity, the learnings, the content. All right. Cheers, Abe. I'm going to cut the call for this session today, but thanks for all the questions.
Nice talking with you, James.
You too.
You have a nice rest of the day. Thank you.
Bye. Okay, well, that was cool. So WhatsApp works a treat. LinkedIn seems to be working quite well. Not getting much going on in the chat. I think that's because it's tied to the sales confidence page, to be honest. And I don't think it comes up as a notification in your feed. Whereas when you do an audio event on your personal page, it's a lot stronger. Hi, Anakat. Let me know if you've got a question. Hi, John, Ruben, Kane, Sam. All right. Well, thanks for joining for this spontaneous session today. I think we can see this working, and we're going to be running a number of sessions, educational, thought leadership, etc. See how we can build it. Look after yourselves. Have a great day.